My name is Alicia Jensen.
My name is Randy.
My name is Amy Pugsley. I am from Saskatchewan, Canada, and I've been in Egypt for 3 years.
I'm from Ohio originally, and this is my 6th year teaching at AIS.
I have been in Egypt for 2 years, and I'm from the Florida Keys. I was teaching in the Florida Keys.
I was teaching at an international school in the Dominican Republic.
Been at AIS twice. The first time before I came, I was in Brazil and Puerto Rico. Then I left Egypt and went to China for 4 years, and now I've been back again for 4 years in AIS.
The Dominican didn't work out the way I wanted it to, and I was looking for another international opportunity, and in my searches found Egypt and thought it would be a great adventure.
I just like Egypt. I think overall better than China, or at least Cairo better than Shanghai.
I started applying for jobs. I was just ready to get out of the United States, and I interviewed with the old director here, and he was wonderful, really made me feel comfortable, offered me a job. It was the first job I got offered, and I jumped right on it. My favorite part about living in Egypt is definitely the price of everything. It's inexpensive to live here. It's easy to pop around to other countries because you're very close.
Egypt is a great place to travel from. Lots of opportunities to travel to Asia, to Africa, to Europe.
The nice thing about Cairo from here is that in 1 hour you can be at the beach at the Red Sea.
The biggest negatives or downsides of Egypt is definitely noise and the people's liveliness. They typically stay up pretty late and tend to keep you up. I'm a teacher who likes to go to bed at 8 o'clock, and people are outside banging drums and doing things at 10 o'clock at night that you typically wouldn't get in the United States.
The winters are very cold. For moving international, the expectation is a tropical experience where you have summer 12 months of the year. The truth is that the winter is cold, and I really dislike that.
Egypt is safe. I know a lot of people worry a lot about my safety, especially people back home, because they see things in the news, but honestly, I've never felt uncomfortable in any situation. You know, you might get catcalled and different things, especially being a blonde female living in Egypt, but it's never anything that I can't handle or I wouldn't get in Miami.
Absolutely. People always ask, is it safe? How are things? In 3 years, there's been, a handful of things that have happened. None of them have affected me or anybody that I've worked with or any of our students. So.
If I had to give one piece of advice to new teachers coming in, to moving into Egypt, is to kind of take things easy. Don't think of it as America. Things aren't going to happen as fast as you want them to. Everything is an inshallah mindset, which basically means God willing.
That international teaching is hard, right? You're not on vacation, you're working just in a different location, so trying to balance, teaching and living in a foreign place is a handful. So the first year is going to be a bit of a challenge, but if you can make it past the first year, you can do this forever.
One piece of advice prior to coming to Egypt is you do need a coat in the wintertime. There will be like 10 to 20 days where it will fall down into the 50s or 60s. And since buildings are not very well insulated because they're not used to the cold, it's nice to bring a jacket and a blanket with you. If not, you can always buy one when you get here.
AIS is a great school, honestly, compared to some other international schools that I have worked at. The community here, the facilities, the students.
I love AIS. They were very welcoming when I first came in. As a teacher in America, you're used to buying all of your own supplies and not getting much support. Here, we walked in the first day and they're like, hey, let's take you down to the supply room. And they walked us in this huge, ginormous room that just has all of these things. And they're like, you can have anything you want out of here. You just got to fill out this form. And they wanted to take us around to lunch and do all of these things. And I just really, from the minute I got here, with staff and with students, I felt like I was family.
Yeah, the school's been great at supporting the Green program. They provided the funding that we've needed. And like I said, next year they were willing to basically make it a full-time position at the school. Next year I'm actually going to be full-time Green program leader and teach Green education. I started the Green program 2 years ago. It was inspired by Stephen Ritz and the Green Bronx Machine, who came and spoke to us in an assembly. And from there now the program has grown to where next year they're going to make it a full-time teaching position, and I will be teaching elementary to high school Green education. So it goes to show that if you want to try new innovative educational practices, the school is very supportive of it.